Hello, down here late today. It's 4:20. Just got back from doing the skirting board round the mother-in-law's, some more, and the door frame. One more visit and the room should be finished, but I've got a couple of days break, so I can be down here tomorrow. Just been informed I've got another package coming today between 6 and 8, so as I said, I can't really remember what's in that one, but hopefully the weekend I'll get down to B&Q so I can get me 5mm plywood chopped up into A3 sizes. But I'm a bit worried because yesterday I was working with an A3 and I couldn't see a whole board in the software, and the grid you work on, the board was bigger than the grid, and the grid, if there's anything outside that grid, it throws up an error. So I'm a little bit worried about that, but we'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. After I tied it up, just a couple of little things that are left to do, then I want to do the big airbrush test, and then we can get started on the bar top arcade, hopefully. Still don't know whether that's going to work or not. I should be able to tell the first two cuts. Something I did think of last night about that one, is I wonder if the needles, because them caps fit the bottles, I want to see whether these needles fit that other bottle set that I took the caps from, because if they fit on these, instead of dumping them in the thing, and they do fit, I can fill that with cleaner and just squirt it through the needle, so that will become a cleaning bottle. That's good, they do fit, that works. That idea was top notch, old chap, top notch. Oh shit, dropped the needle. They don't exactly give you bloody large boxes for these. I might change that out with, like, I'm gonna get that shut again. No, anyway. Yep, it's late, so I'll keep that bottle out. That can go in there as a cleaner. Yeah, that'll do nicely. Yeah, I won't be doing a lot today. I just wanna, these are all glued up nicely, so I want to get them up on the wall and call it a day, have a couple of beers and another go on my game, or just relax. But see how it goes. I want to get these up on the wall. Right, that's that done. They're up there, so that's all neat and tidy. They might look a little bit on the piss, but they're not, because the brain dead billies that erected this shed managed to get it somehow out of level on a concrete base that was level. Yeah, the two that built this were a bit shit really. They left gaps everywhere around the roof. They left leaks, which I had to get them back 3 times, and I got fed up in the end, so I done it myself. But there was nothing I could do about it being out of level. I don't think they even put a level when they put the wooden base down. Now I would have put a level on it and then shimmed the base out, or wedged the base out until it was level. Did they do that? No, they didn't, because they were bleeding cowboys. I knew I should have done it myself with help from a mate, but I didn't have enough time. And it was November, I think, a few years ago, and it was bleeding cold. Anyway, that's that done now. That's all I wanted to do today, really. It's now, what's the time, about 4:45ish, I think. So that's that out of the way. I can get on to looking at prepping the airbrush video. So I'll see you in the next section. Good morning, good morning. What's the time? About 11:20. My other Chinese supermarket package arrived last night, and yeah, I'll show you what I got. Ooh. I've got a couple, might as well unpack them, a couple of 250ml drip top bottles. How much packaging do you really need? That takes me back. Yeah, some 250ml with the screw top, because I want to make up some of my own thinner and cleaner. So I want to try some of the cheap craft paint, but I don't want to thin it using me expensive thinner, so I'm a tight dip. Right, and these were, I've just torn the price off, £1.74 for 2. So that ain't bad in my book. I wonder whether I should have got the 500s. Never mind, they'll do for now. Got them. What else did I get? Some little palette knives, because I've only got the 2. If I can open them. So I've got some palette knives. Bit wonky, but can't really argue. So you get, what's that, 3, 4, 5, nice big one, 6, 7. Now I don't know whether that's meant to be like that or whether it's got bent. I think maybe it's got bent. but you never know. That might come in handy for shoving into things. So it was 7 of them for the grand total of £1.48. They can go in me okay pencil bag for now. Then this was £1.66. Yeah, that worked. Which is a moisture trap, seeing as the last one was cracked. I thought I'd get another one. Only £1.66. Seems to be okay. Probably won't use that to start off with because I won't be spraying for that long. But if you spray for a long time, you should have one of them in. £2.53. Let's open that up. 0 to 14mm. Metal. A little reamer. Sharp reamer. Just to widen any little holes. Is that straight? That looks a bit off to me, but it could be my eyes. They're quite old. That's a little reamer that can go down there. My crowns, and the last, which I'm £1.48, which I'm not sure why on earth I got this, but it's a little I think they call it a panel liner pen or something. Panel line accent pen assembly model tool, avoid scrubbing, infiltration line, DIY hobby tool, colour black. Perfect sense. So I believe, oh yeah, I've got two there. Comes with all different nibs that you just slot in like that to line your panels. Blimey, that takes me back to the old ink pens. And you get, so you get that tip. Bring you in a little bit more. You get that tip. That tip. That tip. That tip, which is, or is there two there? Or is that a double tip? That's a double. And that tip. Now dipping them in the old panel liner bottles, that is definitely going to take me back. Shows you how old I am. That's ink and a pen like that, dip. And also we did try, I think, the really old, using like a quill. Because when I went to school, every individual desk had an inkwell in it. There you go. That's how old I am. Right, I want to clear this. Oh, and for some reason I bought some more bottles with the £1.31. Couldn't resist really. Some bottles with the old needle tip. I was hoping they'd be like that one, because that I put resin in that and it's gradually going to cure, even though there's really no UV light in here, but it will cure over time because it's exposed to light like that one has, or nearly. Should put them in a little blackened out box really. But yeah, so that's just on there like that. I said cheap and nasty, but should do the job. And they have got your little caps as well, so that's handy. So that goes, oh, and that's cool. A bit loose, I suppose, when you screw that on like that, and that goes on there like that. So that reminds me, I want to try and find a small O-ring to go round the nozzle of the airbrush, so I can use that prong tip. I'll have a look for that. And then there's just one more thing I want to do before we start the spray tests, and that is to clean the needles and lube the two new airbrushes up, seeing as they're brand new and I don't know how long they've been stored for. But let me clear all this stuff out of the way first, and I'll catch you again in a mo. I'll do this first though. I'll make up some thinner because I do want to try them craft paints when I start airbrushing. So I've got a 250ml bottle. So what I'm going to go, whoa, nearly, hold it, that's resting on something, go away, thank you. I'll have to think of something different for that because that is slightly unstable. But yeah, going to use some distilled water, that's what the D's for. 120ml. Would have been quicker if I'd just taken the top off and poured it in. And never mind, we're nearly there. La di da da, ASMR water going into a container. And if anybody now wants to go to the toilet, sorry. $110, splurty splurty, 120, all thereabouts. So that'll do for that. Then 60ml of isopropyl alcohol. This is 99% by the way. 120 plus 60 is 180. I hope I've got enough in here. Oh blimey. Eek. just 180. Not a lot of that left. Bottle started getting warm. Some flow improver, which I've got there. 10 drops. Can't really do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 drops of that. And some fluid retarder, which I haven't opened yet by the looks of it. Hold it, let's get these. One milliliter of retarder. Now I don't know, can't see that on my pipette. Where are we? First one. That's about 1 mil. Put that in. I've heard you can put more in and it sort of turns it into a, or something similar to Mr. Colour leveling thinner, but as I said, this is only for acrylic paint, so I'm not that bothered about it. Give it a shake. And we'll see how that goes. So that's that done. Just to follow up on that, which I've labelled by the way now, I want to see how it reacts with, because I heard that concoction can be a little bit iffy with Vallejo and Tamiya, because although Tamiya's classed as an acrylic, it's not really. So we'll try Tamiya first. Just put, I must have a pipette here, just a little amount. And we'll see. Let's just get rid of that before it goes everywhere, which it probably still will do, because I can't touch paint without getting it on me. That top could do with a white as well, but we'll see how it reacts with Tamiya. That's X5 by the way. Is it glooping? Doesn't look like it. I could bring you in a little bit on that, couldn't I? Yep. That's the thinner with Tamiya. That looks all right to me. This is going to get messy. Right, that's Tamiya. Now I've got AK Interactive. What colour is this supposed to be? Because I don't think it is. US Army olive drab. Now, does that look like olive drab to you? But we'll see how it reacts. Should have cleaned my brush off. How's it going? Olive drab. Yeah, okay. Oh, that doesn't seem to be a problem. Sorry you got that light right in your line of sight. That doesn't seem to be a problemo. Now we got Vallejo model Air. That doesn't seem to clump it. Yep. Excuse your arm. And we got Vallejo model colour. And it doesn't seem to be a problem with that either. So that obviously I'm not going to try it with the Hourclads or any enamels or lacquer based, because they're not acrylics. Now, to try it with what I bought it for, so acrylic craft paint, £1 a pot from the range. Nice top on that. Not. We give that a little splurge there, and we try that £1.99 from the range. I really must get used to wiping these tops. Jesus. Oh, that's a bit much. Never mind. They're only cheap. Now, how's it do with these? Should do okay because they're proper acrylics. And it does. I could probably thin that right down and spray it. Takes a bit of mixing. Mind you, it is thick paint that comes out of them tubes. But so far, that thinner looks alright to me. First time I tried that recipe, so just for my own sake, I thought, oh, I better try it on my paints. And yeah, that's going to take a hell of a lot of thinning to spray, that is. And I've got a feeling it'll probably take a million coats as well. But yeah, so I thought I'd just check it for my own sake, and then I thought, well, I might as well show you lot as well, just in case you were worried about how it does react. That's not to say it won't react with the paints you got, but it didn't on the ones I've got. That's what I like about this glass sheet, or this glass round thing, whatever it come off of, whatever it was for. Clean. Anyway, hope you found that helpful.